Hey everyone, welcome back. In this video, we're gonna make another fall card, and I am just gonna dive into fall. I can't help myself. It's my favorite season of the year, and while I don't wanna wish time away, I am just so ready to have fun with some fall crafts. So we're gonna use this really fun stamp set. Everything that I'm using will be linked down below, and I love this. This is a really cute little scarecrow girl. We have a little mouse, and then we have a crow. We have some fun little sentiments down here, and I have the matching dies as well. So let's go ahead and make a fun fall card. The first thing that I'm going to do is stamp out my little images, and then we're gonna have fun doing some Copic coloring. Okay, I'm gonna bring my mini Misty in, as well as some 80-pound cardstock. Okay, we'll open up our stamps, and I know I definitely want to do the scarecrow, obviously. It's pretty much the focal point of the whole stamp set. I also think I will incorporate the little mouse. And then, I'm not sure if I want to do the crow as well, but I might as well just put that right on there. Okay, let's go ahead and do that. And then I might come back and stamp one of these little pockets. Those are really cute, or a little patch. That's really sweet. Okay, so let's go ahead. Again, I'm gonna do Copic coloring, and those are alcohol markers, so I want to use an ink that is alcohol marker friendly. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this Memento ink. And I should have conditioned my stamp since it's brand new, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and just wing it. Okay, there's our first impression. Oh, that actually looks really good. And of course, I'll just double stamp that just to get some nice contrast. And here we go. Okay, I'm gonna give this enough time to dry. And in the meantime, I will pick my colors for coloring. Oh, I did mention, hold on, I wanna do a little patch. Okay, so I'm gonna clean these stamps off, put them back, and then let's add, I think that little square patch would be super, super cute. Okay. All right, so I'll do this little square patch. How about right down the bottom of her little dress? Okay, that should be good. And we'll reposition. Make sure that's nice and snug in the corner. Oh, that's a cute little patch. How cute is that? And it's so delicate, so I'm just lightly tapping my Misty door. There we go. Looks great. Okay, so I'm kind of struggling with how I want to color, but let's go ahead and start with the actual scarecrow. So I'm gonna do E31 and E30, and I will add a list of all of the colors that I'm using down below. So what I'm gonna do is I'll start with my E30, that's my lighter of the two, and I'm going to do all over on the face. Okay, looks like my ink is nice and dry. There we go. Okay, all over on the face to start. Then I'll bring in this E31, and I'm going to do a little bit of shadow here, and then kind of like this. And then I'll bring my lighter one back in and just blend that out. Okay, there we go. And while I'm at it, I don't have a black Copic, so I'm just gonna take this little micron pen, and I'm just gonna color in the little nose. Okay, I think because I like to keep the same color combinations throughout, it just makes for a really nice consistent image. So I'm going to do it on the stick as well, the same combination. So E30, E31, and then blend out with the E30. It's kind of hard to do anything more there. It's such a small area. There we go. All right, I think I might be done with those two colors. I'm going to bring in R20 and just give her some cheeks, one there and there. Oh my gosh, so cute. Actually, I'm gonna double up this side. Oh, sorry, my hands are shaky. I just did a workout and now I'm all shaky, so I need to have some water. Okay, now I think for her little dress, I'll do like a denim look, like a very light denim look. So I'm gonna bring in B00 and then B0000. And that's my lighter of the two, so I'll start with that. I feel like my camera is not wanting to focus that close up for some reason today, so I'm just gonna go ahead and bring that back a little bit. Okay, oh, how cute. I was kind of struggling with what to do here, so I think I like that. All right, I'm gonna do everything but the patch. So again, I'm gonna do all over color, even that little belt or that little waist area. There we go. It's a really pretty blue. Okay, there's the all over color with the lighter, and then I'll bring in my shadow, which is just B00. Okay, so the shadow for this, I'm gonna have it kind of go along the top and then along the little side. And then in a little bit, I'm gonna come through and I'm gonna actually have the belt be this darker color just to give it some contrast. Let's create our little mid-tone here. Cute, cute. I might even double this up a little bit so that that light blue isn't as light. So by double it up, I just mean I'm gonna come and redo everything once more. Add just another layer just to kind of bump up those colors. Okay. And sometimes it's just back and forth with the colors until you get what you like. And I really like that. Okay, I'm also going to add some more color here. Okay, kind of bump those up a little bit. And then like I said, I'm gonna bring in the darker of the blue and just make that a nice dark little waist area. Okay, it's very subtle, but I am all about subtle. I got a little out of the lines here, so I'm just going to take this white gel pen and color that. It's good as new. Okay, so let's keep these colors out just in case. I'm not quite sure that I'm done with them yet, but I'm happy with the coloring for the blue. Okay, so let's go ahead and I know for a fact, let's do R20 and R30. I want to do that for the shirt. I'll give her a nice little pink shirt. So cute. And I think I'll actually bring the pink down into the overalls of the little mouse and just do something a little non-traditional there. Have her have some little pink overalls. Okay, so E30, just like this. I'm also going to make my patch pink. Okay. And then R20, or did I say R30? I think, hopefully I did. R20, which is what I used for the cheeks, I'll do that as my shadow. Bring it just up this top area. And then for here, I'll do the top and the side. Ooh, and I'm just gonna barely feather that out because I really like that. And these colors are so close anyway. Just do a light kind of feather. Okay, I like that. All right, so fix the little, whoops. Okay, really cute. Okay, I was actually panicking when I stamped this out because I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. And usually I kind of have an idea and don't sit here too long, but I was really sitting here wondering what color combination to do. Okay, let's go ahead now and do the hair. So I want something nice and light. I'm gonna do Y32. And I think I'll just use one color here and maybe just bring or double up the color in certain areas. Okay, so there's my yellow. And I'll just add this all over. And I might even bring in actually YR21. It's just a tad darker. It's kind of more sunflower-ish. And I might just kind of along this top area and maybe the bottom. Just, there we go. Get some definition in there. So I'm just adding some to right below and then right at the tips. And then for here, I'll just do kind of the tip area. Her little fingernails, if you will. Okay, and same thing down at the bottom. It's just adding a little bit of definition. I actually really like that. Okay, that should be good for the yellow. And let's make sure I got the right cap. Okay, I think I'll do E34, and I'll bring back in E31, which I used for, did I put that away? Oh, I did. I put it in the wrong spot. Okay. I'm gonna do the hat next, and I want it to be a little bit, do I want it to be a little bit of a darker brown? Let me kind of just play here, up here. I don't know what I wanna do. Yeah, it could be cute. And then maybe the band, the pink, to kind of soften that a little bit. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. I'm not quite sure. Hopefully I like that. Ooh, goodness gracious. Okay, E31. Okay, let's do all over color here. Again, this is my lighter shade. And I'll do that little band of the hat, I think pink, but I might change to the blue. I don't know. Okay, so E34. I think that's a pretty, and it is proving to be different than the little, not skin, because scarecrows are made out of what? Isn't it burlap? Is that right? Or some type of kind of cloth material. So I wanted it to be different than the skin. Oh, I actually really like that. Okay, yay. Man, that made me nervous. I don't know why, it's just paper, but I don't know. I want it to look just right. Okay, let's do, I think the blue band might give us more contrast. Yeah, I'll do a blue band. So I'll bring my light blue in. Oh, I like that. Okay. And then the darker, we'll just do along the top. Oh, I like that a lot. Okay. And blend that out. Perfect. All right, now I'm gonna grab that R30, no, R20. And I'm just going to add all over color with that to her little ponytails. All right. I think also I will grab the darker of the two, so the E34, and that will be these little buttons. Okay, there we go. All right, I like how she looks. Now I'm going to use the same colors and draw them out here. Well, no, I'm not quite going to do that because this is going to be a completely different color pattern. And I'm going to also need a gray for this little mouse, I think. So why don't I start with C1 and C3. C1 is my first color because it's the lightest. And I will go all over this little mouse, just like that. And the little arms and feet. You can be barefoot. Okay, then C3, oh, that's a sweet, sweet little mouse. C3, I'm just going to be really gentle here because I'm really liking the colors going on. Just bring just a little bit of definition in. Okay, Okay, and then I'm not gonna really worry about, maybe I'll just add a dot. I'm not gonna worry about the feet because they're so tiny. Okay, back to my C1. Just lightly blend these out. Cutie pie. Okay, stop there. Okay, let's let that kind of dry back a little bit. And then I'll want to do my cheeks. Okay, R20 and R30 was my combination for the shirt and the patch, so I want to do that again. So I'll start with my R30 and do all over color on this cute, cute little set of overalls. Okay, and you can choose any colors that you wish. So just do what inspires you. I, of course, am going to do the color combinations that represent my style, but if that's not for you, it's okay to choose something different, and it's also okay to be kind in the comments. I feel like we're needing a little gentle reminder on that, just to be kind. It's always nice to be kind. Okay, so that is what I'm gonna do there. And then I think I'll just take my R30, or let's do R11. Let's do R11, and that will be the inside of the ear. It's just a really pale pink. Okay, and then I'll just kind of double it up a little bit. Okay. Let's do our little bird, and I actually might make that crow nice and gray, only because, actually I'll use my darker, I'll do the C3. I don't have a black, and I'm just going for a really soft tone for this card, so we'll just make him a really dark gray. Usually when I am doing coloring, I omit black and do, just because of the tones that I like to gravitate towards, but I'll gravitate towards like a darker gray to represent that. Okay, there we go. And I just came back in with the same color to bring some shadows in there. Okay, and then instead of grabbing another color, what I'll do is use the same color I used for the hair. I'll use the darker of the two, and I will do YR21 for the little beak there. Okay, now let's go ahead and color that away. I think everything else looks good. I'm gonna need that little micron pen once more for this little nose. Oh, so cute. Okay, R20 was for my cheeks, so I'm gonna do that on the mouse. Cute. And then I might let the bird dry just a little bit before I add the cheeks there. Okay, I really like that coloring. That's definitely my style. So let's go ahead. Actually, I'm just gonna add this cheek. There we go. Okay, love that. Okay, I'm gonna bring in my white gel pen and just add some highlights. So I'll just add them here and there around my card to get a little bit more visual interest going on. Some parts it's a little harder to see than others on camera, but they are there. Okay, and then I'll do this little wing with a little head there. And I actually sometimes layer the highlight over my shadow, and that's okay. I'm just creating some visual interest and depth, so I don't really play around with rules. I just kind of do whatever I want. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. I might add some on this little belt here. Okay, very nice. And then maybe here, and there we go. Okay, nice and simple. Okay, I'm gonna bring my little mini die cut machine in, and let's see. I'm probably going to need to trim this down just a little bit so it fits through. So I'll go something like this for one. Oh, maybe I'll have to do all three of them. That's okay. Okay, that way we have enough room. All right, let's go ahead and grab our coordinating dies and we'll trim these little cuties out. I'm kind of thinking that I might do a shaker card. I'm trying to think how I want to represent some fall kind of hay in the background, and I think some sparkly sequins might be really fun. Okay, I need my wire snips, which are hiding, of course. And then I'll just trim these little dies out. I'm gonna bring in some washi tape because it really helps to just position these dies. And I'm gonna double up on this big one so that doesn't shift. All right, there we go. Let's go ahead and send these cuties right on through and get them all trimmed out. And I'm gonna bring my sequins container in and just see what I have for options there. Okay, so let's get this little cutie out. Oh, she's adorable. Got our little crow. And we have our little mouse. Goodness gracious. Love those little elements. Okay, let's take a little peek here. So I think what I'm gonna do, I was looking between this pumpkin spice by Heffy Doodle. It's super pretty and it has some browns and kind of some yellow and oranges, but I also really love this peach color from Spellbinders. So I think what I'll do is a little mixture of both, okay? I also considered this gilded. This is from Simon Says Stamp because it has that yellow, but it also has some pink in it, but then I found these two and I think this is gonna be a fun option. All right, let's start assembling a shaker. Okay, I'm gonna grab another 80-pound cardstock. This is an A2 panel, and first I'm gonna trim it down just a little bit. So originally it is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. I'm gonna do 4, just like that, by 5 1/4. And I'll have achieved a 1/8 inch margin around my card by doing those dimensions. All right, and now I'm gonna use this A2 layer die set to create my shaker. And I wanna do something really minimal. Oops, okay, so I'm trying to think here. I just wanna do like a little rectangle in the middle to where we can maybe offset her. Yeah, I really like that. And I like how small it is. I personally like that. So if you want it bigger, then just grab a bigger one. But I am intentionally going to go small with that just because I like that kind of minimalistic look. That looks pretty good. Very cute. Do I want to put it up a little bit so I have room for my sentiment? No, I think still down. Let's look at the sentiments real quick. I kind of like the You Crow Girl. I think that's cute. Instead of You Go Girl, You Crow Girl. I think that's adorable. Okay, so I'm gonna just center this, knowing that's a pretty minimal sentiment. And I'm gonna go run this through my bigger die cutting machine real quick because of the size. Okay, I have all my little pieces everywhere. Okay, so now I will just take this off and I have my little opening. So cute. It looks like one of those toggle light switches, doesn't it? It sure does. Okay, so I can save that for later. And now what I'm going to do is, before anything, I'm going to do my sentiment. So I'm just going to sneak my Misty right back in. Okay, and let's do You Crow Girl. That's so cute. So, You Crow, and I think I'm gonna stamp them separately just to really get them close. Should I? Or should I just do them together? Oops, sorry for my messy hair. Oh, I could probably do them together. Let's do that. Okay, and I think that's center. Okay, it looks good to me. So I don't want to, I'm not going to condition this just because I don't want to nudge it, because I just got the alignment just right. And those stamps are so small that sometimes they can actually get misaligned. So I'll just lightly, oh cute, and the alignment is perfect. So you can just nudge those two stamps one next to the other and you're good to go. Okay, that's adorable. Now let's clean these off and do our shaker. So I have some acetate that I grabbed, and we're going to create the little window so we can have fun with the sequins. I have these clear acetate sheets from Simon Says Stamp. They sent these to me a while ago, and I think I've used them because I have some little pieces in here. Okay, in fact, that one is going to be perfect. Don't you love that when that happens? I'll just grab my trimmer. Gosh, I love it when that happens. Okay, so let's see here. In fact, I know this is extra, but let me make sure. What's my opening here? 3 inches. So let's make this, let's just make it 4. Okay, give us lots of room. And now I'll grab some liquid glue, turn this over. I'll add liquid glue all the way around my opening here. Just like that. Okay. And then we'll add the acetate to create the little window. Okay. And as long as it covers that window, you can do whatever size you want. All right, I'm gonna let that sit for just a minute. And then let's think about, I'm gonna probably think about my card base so that it's ready to go. All right, so now I have a white card base. I'm going to use 110-pound cardstock, and this is sized at 11 by 4 1/4. I want it to be a top folding card, so I will score right at 5 1/2. And let's go ahead. Did I do that right? Hopefully I did. Okay, crease that down. Okay, now it's important that you have this ready to go, because once your shaker is done, you are going to place this right on there. So you want to have your card base done. Okay, in the meantime, now we will start building this shaker. So I'm gonna go ahead and add foam tape all around my perimeter here. Okay, I'm gonna use this foam tape that I have from Alta New. And what I think I'll do is I might kind of double it up here, because I want my sequins to stay in this area and not go towards the edges, and it will help you use less when you do that as well. So I'm going to double this up. That way it achieves that. And one thing you want to do is make sure that you don't have any gaps. So you're essentially going to create a little fence here so that your sequins doesn't get out. So I have my little fence. I'm going to do this other side as well. And then closing in that final side. Make sure there's no gaps. There we go. Now I'm ready to go. So there we go. Now I'm simply going to take, let's get this all positioned so that it doesn't move. I'm going to take a little bit of each and place that right inside here. I think I want that to be kind of full. I'm going to do more of the peach than this second one, and I'll link both down below. Just about good. Okay, so I also have to remember that it needs to be able to shake in there. Okay, that should be good. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to peel all of these liners away. Okay, there we go. Now I'm just going to center this the best that I can and place that down. Okay, so hopefully that shakes some of those pieces down. They were kind of clumped in there. There we go. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. And it does, it looks kind of like a nice field in the background. We're just getting creative here. All right, now what I want to do is add these cuties. So our time in real time is about 54.5 minutes. So I would say, and I sat here for a bit pondering color choices and the direction of this card. So I would say this is about an hour to put together in real time. Okay, let me make sure that this kind of gets displaced again. Knock some of those pieces around where they're clumped together. There we go. Okay, that looks awesome. I'm happy with that. Now, let's just decide where we want all of these to go. I think I want to displace her a little bit. You, of course, could put her right in the center, but I think it'd be cute to have her right off to the side. And then I'm going to do the crow right here, and then this little cutie right there. I think that'll be fun. Okay, and I actually think I know I will just use liquid glue because I already have the dimension on my card. Actually, should I bump her up a little bit? I could bump her up. Yeah, let's do that. It's always fun, and I'm probably gonna hand deliver this anyway, so why not have some fun with it? Okay, and I'm gonna use some smaller foam squares as well. These little arms. And also, probably those little piggy tails. Let's grab tweezers just to help us position this a little bit. And I'm gonna do, like I said, whoops, come here. Oh, she wants to lay down. Okay, hold on. Maybe it's because I have it here. Okay, so let's do something like that. Oh, I like the dimension on that. That's actually super fun. Okay, and then the bird, the little crow, I'm gonna do one little foam square at the head, and then I'll add just a tiny bit of liquid glue. Let's get that off there. Down at the little feet area so that that will stick to her. Okay, cute. And then this little guy. And this little one, I want them to all interact with one another, do I? Or do I want to move that over? Actually, I like that interacting there. Okay, kind of layering them together. Okay, one thing I really like to do is I like to actually bring in some of the sequins or bring it out of the shaker and put it on the card panel as well. And I'm going to do this really simply, and I'm going to use the smaller ones just so that it stays pretty simple. But I'm going to do a duo up here, and then I'm going to do a little duo down here just to kind of incorporate that sentiment. And then we'll be good. Actually, I will do a trio there just to kind of help my eye there. Okay, place my stamp right on the back. And there is the final card. I love that. I haven't done a shaker card in quite some time, so that is super, super fun to do. And I love the little sentiment, how fun. Okay, everything will be linked down below, all the supplies that I use, and especially the numbers of those Copic markers so that you have a full list. I am right at 1 hour and 1 minute, so this will take you about an hour in real time, unless you're much faster, which you probably are because I was really indecisive with this one. So I hope you enjoyed watching this. Please be sure to give this a thumbs up if you did, and I can't wait to see you all in the next video. Okay, I am feeling like my placement for her is just too far to the right, and it's kind of giving my card an off-balance feel. So I am simply going to peel up my little foam tape and move her over. Okay, so I nudged my sequins over just a little bit as well. And even though that covers up a little bit more of the shaker, the balance is so much better. All right, there we go. I'm much happier with that.